Hello and welcome back to Fallout 76. Today is about random encounters. I recently took my character for a walk looking for random encounters with a couple of goals. The first one was to find really rare encounters, and that just didn't happen. The other goal was to see if I could take one encounter and drag it to another just to get some kind of fun result. And this is what happened. So the first encounter we have here is actually, I don't think this one is particularly random. There is a Blood Eagle dog and a Blood Eagle here. And every time I've been through this area, that's what I found. So the first step here is to see, just get their attention, which is what I've done. And now we move on to the next little section, and there is a hermit crab over here. I don't think this is random either. This seems to kind of always be here. But now that I've got the hermit crab's attention, hopefully I can get these two to have a little bit of a face-off. And that's not really what happened. What happened was they decided to do a little team-up situation, and no matter how hard I tried, they just didn't attack each other. I tried, getting out of the way. We've got the dog right there. I mean, the dog is in the path of at least over on the other side of the barrier there, the dog was in the path. And so, then the dog goes back, and now the dog is attacking, a little out of the thing. Dog is attacking the crab, and the crab makes very quick work of the dog. So let's see if we can have the same thing happen with the Blood Eagle here. That doesn't really seem to be what happened here. So no matter what I did, I'm just trying to keep the Blood Eagle between me and the giant hermit crab. And that hermit crab just wanted me. That was what it was all about. And the Blood Eagle. Blood Eagle's somehow able to curve the bullets around the hermit crab and hit my character over and over again. And eventually I got tired of trying to make this happen. So eventually I did spend several minutes trying to get this to work, and eventually I just gave up and decided to leave. And as soon as I got out of visual range, I kept hearing the shooting. And so I went back up to see what was happening since they were no longer shooting at me. And we've got the hermit crab and the Blood Eagle finally fighting each other. You can see two red dots there on the compass. And pretty quickly, all you see is one red dot. So once they decided to fight each other, the hermit crab made quick work of the Blood Eagle. But now it's time for me to see if I can drag the hermit crab along to some other area for the next random encounter. But this crack part right here, which we can't see because I'm not turned around, this part right here proved to be quite an obstacle. This hermit crab did not want to go over it. It just couldn't figure out the way around. So after getting the hermit crab unsuccessfully, trying to get it to follow me, over the obstacles, I spot some figures. And so I decide to come up here, and it's the Fake Brotherhood. So let's see if we can get the hermit crab to interact with the Fake Brotherhood or have them interact with the hermit crab. And they comply right away. So, and I think it's because they're not hostile, like, immediately. I mean, I think they will attack you depending on your interactions with them, but they're not hostile immediately. And I think that's the reason why they immediately started attacking the hermit crab. And of course, because they're aggroed, the hermit crab may attack back, but it still seemed to really want to come after me, even though it's being shot by the Fake Brotherhood. So once the hermit crab just gets a taste, it wanted nothing else. But I'm not really sure why. Maybe it was jealous of the outfit my character's wearing, and it wanted the forest camo jumpsuit for some reason. I don't know. But the Fake Brotherhood is helping me out, and I'm thinking, well, maybe if I just run around long enough, the Fake Brotherhood will kill the hermit crab. You can see about half of its health is gone. So they're doing a reasonable job with it. So I just need to keep bobbing and weaving. At least that's what I thought. I just need to keep bobbing and weaving around the Fake Brotherhood, and they would finish off the hermit crab for me. And that is not what happened. As you can see, they eventually decide they've had enough, and they just run away. And so I'll just keep drawing the hermit crab to them, and they just keep running away. That's pretty much all that happens from here on out. I find the Fake Brotherhood, I'll use them as like a shield and hide behind them, and the hermit crab approaches, and then the Fake Brotherhood just, they have no interest in fighting. I don't know if they ran out of ammo or what the deal is, but eventually they just, their bravery evaporated and they ran away. And then we have from behind, from the road over here, I'm still trying to figure out how to get the hermit crab back onto the road. And there's a Wendigo just kind of coming out of nowhere, deciding to just, which is a miracle. It actually decides to attack the hermit crab and not me. So that can be a good thing. I mean, the hermit crab's health is getting pretty low at this point. So, which would be sad. On the one hand, if it dies, it would stop following me. But so we've got, and it still wants to attack me, even though it's got its Wendigo crawling up its, okay, there we go. So now it's fighting sometimes it's not clear. Because of pathing and whatever, it can look like it's attacking something else when it's actually still trying to attack me. But yeah, it looks like they're both going at it, and one of the dots disappeared, so no more Wendigo. And up ahead, you can see there is an Agua. Well, no, you could have seen it for a second, and then I spun back around. But there is an Agua right there. So cool, we got two big things. Will they fight each other, or will they come after me? That is always the question. That Hermit Crab, though, doesn't have much health, and Aguas are pretty tanky. So I don't think this fight lasted very long. But at least they did fight each other. It was kind of like an old monster movie. So, yep, there we go. So now I have a new follower. No more Hermit Crab, and now I have an Agua. So I have a new tankier follower. I gotta say, that's almost, I mean, the Hermit Crab is kind of terrifying when you see it, up close, or, have it just follow you like it was. Agua, I don't know. I mean, if I saw something like that, I'd probably be running and hiding too. That might be actually a little scarier, and they're a lot tankier. So now we've got, I think this is another static encounter up here. We've got some Brotherhood. I think there's a couple of, not Brotherhood, Blood Eagles. There's a couple of Blood Eagles, and there's a turret. So the goal here is obviously to try and get them to interact with each other. The problem is that getting to the, oh, now we have an Angler. Oh, I forgot about this. Yeah, there's an Angler. An Angler coming kind of out of nowhere, deciding to attack, yeah, whatever. The Agua, so I'm going to try and mess with the Angler pathing here, and let's see if we can get, there we go. That's what I wanted, and wanted to get a higher vantage point, but I wasn't able to do that. And now we've got the Blood Eagles coming in, throwing grenades. So now we have a three-way rumble. It's like a wrestling match where someone comes out of the stands and starts, hitting things with a chair. And yeah, so now everything's attacking me again. So we're back to that, where everything just wants to hone in on me. Apparently these two thought, hey, let's fight with the Agua. I mean, it makes sense. The Agua's a big thing, and that's probably who I'd side with if I had the choice. So, yeah, we spent a little bit of time trying to get the Agua to just stamp out the Brotherhood people. And so far, not so much. Now, getting the Agua to follow me here was actually... Oh, there we go. It took... Yes. There we go. We finally got some success here. Oh, not so much. Now I have a turret. So the goal here will be... Because my goal was to not fight. Like, I really wasn't looking to fight at all. I just wanted to run around and let, one encounter deal with another. And so I've got this turret, so I'm trying to get close to the turret enough so that the Agua, so the Agua took care of the power armor dude over there. So what I'm trying to get is for the Agua to come over here and just pound out the turret. There we go. So half the health of the turret is gone. Maybe one more hit will be enough if I can keep its interest. The last thing I want is for it to walk away. And you'd think, oh, we have blood bugs. Yeah, that's what, we have blood bugs. I keep forgetting that one encounter... Another, like a third encounter can come up and then just cause all kinds of attention issues for the big thing. But we still have the turret, and I keep hoping that that turret shooting in this direction will hit the Agua, and the Agua will aggro on the turret and kill it, and it's just not what's happening. It's, it's concerned more about the bugs, which, there you go. So now the bugs are dead, so let's go back to the turret and see if we can get that Agua over here to stamp things out. That would be very helpful. And there we go. I think that's one hit. No, not quite. There we go. There's the hit I needed. Now we can go on down the road, maybe. The problem here is pathing. There's no way the Agua is going to jump up on here. And yeah, trying to get it to come with me was a little bit of a challenge here. And what I found was this little section here, like at the gate, right around the gate, maybe a little bit past the gate, it just wouldn't go any farther. So that little crack in the road that I just crossed, the Agua would not go past that. No matter how many times I tried, and I tried a lot of times, it just wouldn't. It would turn around when I would cross in front of it, or when I would cross back, it would turn around and attack me. But just over and over again, I think it just had a hard limit to where it could actually wander to, and I was hitting the limit of its range. So eventually, what I had to do was leave my Agua friend behind and move on to the next thing. So here we go. We got the next thing. We've got more Blood Eagles with turrets. And all I need to do is really get their attention, and they'll probably just follow me. Just do a double check right there. Don't necessarily need to mess with the turrets, since the turret can't follow me, and I don't have a follower at the moment to deal with the turret. And just standing there being pelted by turrets didn't sound all that much fun. But this Blood Eagle with the baseball bat, he seems extremely determined. So let's see if we can drag this Blood Eagle up to where the robots are. And see what happens. I mean, there's a lot of robots. Unfortunately, this is, like most of these encounters, if you have one that's hostile and another that's hostile, they all kind of tend to be hostile to you. But there's enough robots here. They will Yeah, they made, looks like they made quick work of that Blood Eagle, but something really cool happens with this encounter. So what I realized at this point was the power armor Blood Eagle that I thought I had lost was actually following me. He just wasn't following very closely. And I did look in that supply drop. Like I basically looked in it and there was a gamma gun in there and I don't remember what else, but I didn't take anything from that supply drop. And what's really cool is this Blood Eagle actually goes over to the supply drop and grabs out the gamma gun and starts using it, which I think is a really cool thing. I mean, that's a really nice touch. And yeah, I mean, normally I don't do this with random encounters. I encounter a Blood Eagle and I just shoot them, and it's gone. Like the gamma gun that was in there is gone. So that's actually, I think that's a really cool thing. I mean, other than that, the encounter wasn't super remarkable. It was just a Blood Eagle with really bad aim shooting, you know, it took a long time. So at this point, the Blood Eagle finally took out the Protectrons. It took a really long time. This was actually a really long fight that wasn't terribly interesting. And I didn't want to watch him just shoot Eyebots forever. So I decided just to head on down the road and he'd either follow me or he wouldn't. But I'd kind of had enough of that particular location. But you can see he's actually taking out the Eyebots just really, really slowly. But here we go. Now they are definitely following me. So let's look for the next thing. So there are super mutants up ahead. So what I'm trying to do is drag this guy to the super mutants. And yeah, he's not cooperating, he or she, but I'm just saying he as kind of a universal whatever. So I eventually decide, you know what, maybe my best course of action is just to run into the super mutants and drag them in the direction of the Blood Eagle. So that's what we're gonna do right here. I'm kind of taking my time about it, but yeah, the Blood Eagle wants to walk away. And so it's kind of frustrating. So it's like it reached some sort of weird limit, but I tried, so heck with it. Let's just run up to those super mutants, get their attention, and then drag them backwards. So rather than dragging the previous encounter to the next one, I'm dragging the next one. Ooh, and there's the Deathclaw too. I forgot the Deathclaw came in from the crowd, decided to join in. So let's get a three-way fight. Oh, okay, never mind. The Deathclaw made pretty quick work of two of the super mutants. So now we have Deathclaw versus Blood Eagle, and yeah, the Deathclaw wins. Oh, there was another super mutant. It was hiding behind the truck. So let's see if we can take care of this one. This super mutant just wanted to run away. He wanted no part of the fight. They're all talk. They're really tough talkers, but other than that, not so much. So I'm just kind of trying to push him out there, and yeah, I can see why he ran away. The Deathclaw didn't take very long, and then it got hung up by a car. So let's see what happens. We'll go up to these floaters and see if maybe the Deathclaw is interested enough. There we go. The Deathclaw's following me, so let's try and... Yep, floaters and Deathclaw. So we'll see how this goes. Probably isn't going to go in favor of the floaters, but we won't know until we do a body count. So let's see. Yeah, the Deathclaw seems to be doing okay. I'm not honed in on health bars here, so not really sure how we're doing. The Deathclaw's health seems okay, though. We just got a brief flash of it. Yep, there goes a floater down. So I think this is going to go in favor of the Deathclaw. And yeah, that is, looks like that's what happened. Yep, that's what happened. So the Deathclaw wins. So now we've got the Deathclaw's actually followed us quite a way with nothing really happening, but now we have a Hermit Crab, a Scourged Hermit Crab, and they decide they are going to fight each other, which is beneficial to me. I don't know why yeah. Sometimes in camera view, and there's a Wendigo coming out to join the party. Now this Wendigo is a Scourged Wendigo, and it's got these sparkles around it. I have no idea what that's about. I've never seen that before. Some sort of weird visual. I don't know if it's because I'm in the mire or whatever, but the Deathclaw seems like it might be losing this particular fight because it is 2-on-1, which is kind of fun. And at this point I'm thinking, oh great, so they'll finish off the Deathclaw, and then once that happens, they'll turn on each other and fight each other. And those sparkles, I don't know what's up with the sparkles on the Wendigo. I think that's pretty fun, but I've never seen that before. I'm assuming it's some sort of visual glitch, and the Deathclaw is done. So now I'm ready for the Scorch the Hermit Crab versus Wendigo fight. And of course, it took me a while to realize that is not going to happen because they are both scorched. And because they're both scorched, they're not going to be hostile to each other. They're only going to be hostile to me. So I spent a little bit of time trying to get, kind of out of the way because I didn't realize this right away. So it took me some time. I was just trying to get out of the way a little bit here and there so that they would turn on each other. If I'm not there, they'll just fight each other. But because they're both scorched, that just won't happen. No matter what I do, they are just going to both attack me or nothing at all. They just won't attack each other because they're part of the same hive mind. And the hermit crab is just, I don't even know. It decides to go just wandering off. And the hermit crab is back, sort of. It's not going to make the distance, but we've got the Wendigo with the little sparkles and whatever. So we go down here to the Galleria. Oh, look, there's a Deathclaw. So now I can get Deathclaw versus Wendigo, except this Deathclaw is also scorched, which means it's not going to attack the Wendigo or the hermit crab. Everyone's just going to attack me. And yeah, they're just kind of instant friends, and they decide, sure, let's get this guy, or girl in this case. So at this point, because of all the cars in the parking lot, because of the path I took, getting them to follow me was going to be kind of a chore. And I'd been at this for quite a long time at this point. So I decided this was kind of going to be the end of the road for this particular journey. But this turned out to be really fun. It was a very entertaining little journey, and I would like to try it again because I really would like to find some really rare encounters and maybe some different encounters just to see what happened, because there are a lot of different things you can encounter just by walking the roads. But hopefully you enjoyed this. If you did, please hit one of the buttons, and I hope you'll join me in the next one. Thank you very much.